Welcome, everybody. I hope we are alive. And as usually, our audience tells us they're very kind, whether we are audible, visible. So, welcome everyone to Life Indeed podcast. This podcast is going to be very special today. Imagine this is the 48th episode, and we are just two episodes away from our what do you call 50th episode. Very special. And this journey has been a roller coaster ride. And I remember me and my co-host Piyush, who have started it almost a year back, and we could have never imagined in our wild dreams that we would be able to reach to 50th episode. And my co-host Piyush was busy with some other commitment. However, he may jump in between this podcast. So, but today, I'm not alone. I am with a very special, young, dynamic, energetic, a family member from SAG, and I'm going to present her to you, and she's going to present her views and share her experience, the transformation journey, and I mean, guess what? She has published a book as well. For many of you, for many of us, it is kind of a dream to come true. And she is going to talk about her book, her experience. So, I would not just go ahead and talk about, you know, ask some questions from her which are going to bring value to you, but she also will share some of her life's journey, some perspective, as life indeed is all about life experiences. So I remember I was having a bit of conversation with her yesterday, sharing how this podcast goes, how what is the framework of this podcast, how you're going to talk, and we both came to conclusion that whatever we are going to do, we are going to add value to our audience. Talking about Life Indeed podcast, we love to talk about those experiences, those life's journeys which people hesitate to talk in public, like some of your inferiority complex, some of the experience that you have had, but you cannot share it with anyone. I mean, and you hesitate to do it. But at Life Indeed podcast, we challenge the convention, and we could challenge the stereotypes, and we say, let's discuss about it. Let's let those experiences come out of our heart. So, without a further ado, I would like to invite today's special guest, and I would not like to take her name. Let me take her in, and I would like her to introduce and ask her how she is doing. Hello, Bina. Welcome to Life Indeed
Yeah.
podcast. How are you
Hello,
doing
sir.
today?
Yeah, I'm well. I'm fine.
I'm very
So,
happy today because I think you are the first SAG family member whom I have invited on this podcast, and this journey will continue because there are many more to come. And I'm really happy to host you today.
yeah, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. My name
So
is
how's
Veena
how's
Roy,
everything?
and
Okay, I would
yeah,
like you to introduce.
everything.
Sorry, you continue, please.
Yeah. Hello, audience. My name is Veena Roy. I'm a certified IELTS trainer and editor, and I'm a student of public speaking. I believe in like you should be a student forever so that you can
Absolutely,
learn lifelong. Yeah.
absolutely. Okay, Bina. So the very first question that we basically ask, I mean, it's usually a discussion. It's not a question. So tell us about like where were you brought up and where you started your journey. Any experience of you from the childhood which has made you a Bina Rai today that you are today? Anything that has contributed to your growth? Any experience from the past, from your
Yes.
childhood? So how? Just tell us a little bit about yourself to the audience.
Uh, Actually, I'm from Darjeeling, Siliguri,
Very
Darjeeling. It
beautiful
is in
place.
West Bengal. Yeah, it is in West Bengal. It's really a very beautiful place. And like since childhood, my father wanted me to speak English. Okay, it was
Wow.
a kind of phobia for me. I really never thought that today I'll be able to write a book, but today I can proudly say that I have published my first book. Since childhood, I
Great.
was very shy and you can say introvert. I was not able to speak. I was not able to, express myself. And my father, every time he used to guide me, but still, I was introvert only. But gradually, when I started getting scolding from all the teachers, and it is not that I never tried. I tried, but nobody tried to understand me. That was the first thing which I understood, that I want to express myself, but someone who is in front of me, the teacher, the guide, they never try to understand me. And they literally demotivated me because I was introvert, I was shy. They demotivated me whenever I tried my level best to speak
Hmm.
a sentence. Then also they tried to say that, oh my god, you are in class 7 or 8, you don't know how to speak
Hmm.
English. But I always try to express that, yeah, I'm trying. Or maybe I'm, sometimes I used to write paragraphs or express myself. But they every time used to let me down in front of all the students. So that was really hurting. And I
Hmm.
that day onwards I started thinking that it's okay if people are not motivating you, you should motivate yourself. That was my perspective.
Hmm.
And yes, initially I was introvert, but gradually when I came to class 12 and then in college, after that I became little bold and I started expressing myself. I started reading books because I really love English, because I wanted to become an English trainer. So today I am
Wow.
an English certified
Great.
trainer. Yeah. So so it's all about my life
You know what,
journey.
Bina?
And
Most of the people who, who have achieved what they were not able to at one point in time in the past, they were thinking that it is an impossible task, but you have achieved it. You're a classic example and the role model for many of the people from India all across the tier 2 cities who think that they cannot talk, they cannot improve their English, and more so because you have been an introvert. So it's a commendable job, and thank you so much for sharing that life experience. See, the mess is a message. Most of the time when you're going through rough phases of life and you a lot of people around you, they bully you, they torture you, they pass on a lot of comments, but at that time it doesn't make sense. It looks as if you're very inferior, you're very weak within, right? But how you're able to transform and channelize that energy, that weakest energy, into strongest asset, I think that's the symbol and epitome of a greatness. So I think congratulations to you, and thank you so much for sharing your experience with us. An audience
yeah,
will definitely love to hear you. So nice experience. Congratulations, Isma. Clip is saying, and Rosie is saying hello, hello, Rosie. So
thank you.
imagine when our mentor comes and congratulate to us, and we both are from SAC family. Imagine Praveen
Oh my
Vadalkar
God,
sir are here.
Praveen sir
He said,
is here.
love
Thank you
you
so
both
much,
ways."
sir.
What else do you need? You don't need anything
Yeah,
else, because your mentor is coming and encouraging you and
yeah,
congratulating you and sharing his love, sharing his experience. I think that energy is very contagious, it's very
yes.
infectious positively. So thank you so much, Praveen sir, for joining in and blessing
Thank
us
you so much.
always whenever we are live. I mean, we couldn't have asked for more. Thank you so much. And one of a legend from SAC family, Arvind Chaudhary. He's a mentor to me, and we both are a mentor to each other. And thank you so much for joining. I'm glad to see both of you dynamic personalities, and I really appreciate, Arvind sir, that you have joined and taken the some moments of your life from your busy life and coming and blessing us. So thank you so much. Just stay tuned, because we are going to have a fantastic conversation, and of course Bina is going to bless us with her experience and knowledge. And I would like to ask her what has been her mindset when she was writing the book. So we will carry on, move on from here. So it's a full house today, Bina. I think a lot of people have come to watch you and listen to you. So my next question to you, Bina. So of course you have shared that in your childhood you have been oppressed somehow, but it was your
Yeah,
father who has always supported you, right?
yes,
And because of your father's encouragement, I think you were able to do, and you were able to bring massive transformation within you, because you always believed that your father is with you, your family is with you. It doesn't really matter who else is not believing in your vision, right? Commendable
yeah,
job. So you said you're from Darjeeling. How did you? So I had a conversation with you, and you said that you moved to different part of the country because of your husband is in automotive industry, and wherever company places him, so you also accompany him. So where did you study? Like apart from your school, where did you study, where did you graduate from, and then how was your journey, how did you move on in your life? Share some
I
experience.
gra- yeah, I graduated from Siliguri only, Siliguri, Darjeeling. My MA, BA, all my educational qualification I did from my own country. I'm saying, sorry, my state, West Bengal. And after that, when I got married, and I got married to a guy who is Garwali from Dehradun.
Oh,
So I went to Dehradun. I
unique
taught in
combination.
that yeah, I taught in that particular school also, in one of the best schools in Dehradun. That was the
Hmm.
Indian Academy. And after
Okay.
that, after 1 year, I shifted to Varanasi. And from
Okay.
Varanasi to, then again, I shifted last year, you can say,
Banarsi
in the
Babu.
month of, yeah, in the month of December, I
Hmm.
shifted here in Guwahati right now.
So in one way,
So,
you're quite Indian. You have traveled to all of the places and lived everywhere.
yeah, so in Varanasi also, I was also in school. I was working, but just
Hmm.
because I came to Varanasi during COVID time, so I lost my job, and I was harassed in school. I was doing
Hmm.
well in school, but somehow I don't want to name the name of that particular school, but my teacher or my principal used to
Hmm.
tell me always that what kind of English you speak, you are
Hmm.
not up to date. Just because I was new. Initially, she took my interview, she took my written test, everything was cleared. But as soon as
Hmm.
this COVID outbreak,
Hmm.
that time she started telling me that you are not performing well. I told that no, this particular job is really important for me, but she did not listen to me. And later on,
Hmm.
she told me all kind of, oppressive words. And later, I
Hmm.
left the job. And you know that in COVID time, it is not possible that you will get a new job. So I started transforming myself. I cried a lot, but after that, because that particular job was really important for me, I
Hmm.
cannot describe everything now because my
Hmm.
maternal family is really
Of
poor.
course.
They need help. Yeah, they need help.
Okay.
And like everybody cannot help. So I took the decision that I should help with my salary because my husband
Great.
is also earning. But at least I should do something. At least I'm earning. I can give them something. So when I lost my job, I lost all the hopes. But I met Praveen sir, and then I started improvising myself, watching his videos. Then I thought that no matter what, it is not the end. I have to do my best. And yes, I have got 6 to 7 months and I will transform myself. I started reading more books, I started making more videos to improvise myself, to improve my communication. I invested myself whatever the amount it
Hmm.
was there in my bank account. So I started investing in myself. Did my IELTS course also. So this is the process I did, and after that, I really got another job in Varanasi, but that school was not up to that mark. Means
Hmm.
it was a Hindi medium, so I always wanted myself to speak. And that Hindi medium school was, they always speak in Hindi. So as an English teacher, it was my responsibility to teach them good English, but they were not accepting. They told that you have to speak Hindi only. While
Okay.
teaching, you can just explain in English. So I left that job, and yes, I got a very good opportunity in Mumbai. One of the SAC members in SAG, SAC members only, he gave me the opportunity that you can come to my company, or through online only. You have to work from home, and then you just start working as an editor. I am going to help you. So I got a very good opportunity. I started working, and along with that, now I am an IELTS certified trainer. I train people, I help them. And yes, I believe is that till now I'm not so expert because one should feel that you are a student. One should be a
Hmm.
student forever in their life. So still now I read books, I improvise myself because English is a crazy language. update, means there is always update in all the words, sentences, many things happen every day. So I keep updating myself every day. And with the help of Subra ma'am, she is also a member of SAG. So I have written or published my first book, that is The Gleaming Darkness, where I
Wow.
have described about that if somebody, like if people are not with you, if you are alone, if you are in the darkness, how you will do best in life. So my
Hmm.
stories are based on
So Bina,
determination, passion.
I would like to go deep into your book, and I'm
Yeah,
sorry I'm cutting you short here,
yeah, yeah.
and
Sure, sure.
I just wanted to appreciate you for where were you to where you are today, right?
Yeah.
So specifically talking about your experience with your principal in that school, who actually oppressed you and who made you feel inferior, who made you feel that you're weak within and you're not fit for the job. So I think you have used that energy as a strength, and you have accepted that criticism positively, and you started working
Yes.
on yourself, right? So I think it's a sign of greatness. And additionally, at Life Indeed podcast, we do not hesitate to share about our vulnerability. So I think you've been very vocal about that your maternal family needed you. I think it's a very strong reason to support your family. At the same time,
Yes.
you accepted that you are still a student. I think this is something that we have, this value we have inherited from our mentor, of course. And as my mom also says, that never stop being a student. So you are a mentor and a student at the same time. So I mean, it's a sign of a person who believe in constant pursuit of progress. So thank you so much for sharing your journey. Now, of course, I know that you have recently published an amazing book, and the title itself is very intriguing and very attractive. I would love to know about that. But before you talk about what your books, what is the message of your book, I would love to understand what triggered, what was the cause of writing a book, what was the cause behind writing a book. So just talk about that, and then we will move on towards like how did you do that, and then we will talk about what is your book all about. So just tell me, what was the
Yeah.
reason behind writing the book?
So initially, like it was my dream that someday I'll be an author. But like when I was a child, or you can say in my childhood days or in my college days, when people or my friends used to write very good English and I was not able to write, when I used to read their articles, I used to feel like, even I used to feel that they are writing so good English. Why can't I? But
Hmm.
maybe one day I'll become an author. It was there in my heart, in my mind. I always used to write something, but it was not so proper. Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
even like when I used to read books, I used to always think that how these authors are writing, how they are organizing the things, how they write, like
Hmm.
arranging everything. Although you know English, like I used to ask myself that, Bina, you know English, but while writing, why you stop yourself? Why? But after that, I met Subra ma'am. She's a mind
Hmm.
mapping expert, and
Hmm.
after meeting her, she taught me mind mapping. That whatever is there
Hmm.
in your mind, you just jot down in a piece of paper. And then
Hmm.
she taught me that keep on writing. Does not matter whatever is there in your mind. Don't think about your grammatical errors. Don't
Hmm.
think about like this paragraph is not organized or that is not organized. This line is not appropriate using this in this paragraph.
Hmm.
Just keep on
Hmm.
writing. Don't turn back. So
Hmm.
yes, I did, following her guidelines. I did, because it was there in my mind that one day I'll become an author, because I want to prove myself that even I
Hmm.
can write. And
Great.
because I got many demotivation from many people, my English teacher also. So,
Hmm.
and I don't blame her, but there is a feeling in my mind that that time
Hmm.
she could have holded my hand and she could have told me that, Bina, you can do it. Okay, but she did
Great.
not do.
बिना, एक
So
कहावत है हिंदी में कि अगर वो चीज़ करने में ज़्यादा मज़ा आता है जो लोग कहते हैं कि आप नहीं कर सकते हैं. So I think you have
yeah,
proved it.
yeah. So it is all about like my my all thoughts, like I can do it. Every time it used to trigger in my mind that, Bina, if everybody can write, why can't you keep on writing? So this lady Subra ma'am, she helped me a lot, and then I wrote everything, whatever is it was
Great.
there in my mind, and literally I can say that it came out really well. And my boss, who where I'm working, he really helped me
Hmm.
editing some of the parts. He really helped me in finalizing the book, and it really came out well. And now when I'm looking at the paragraphs, when I'm looking at the acknowledgement, the chapters, I feel that, is this you? You have written this? I'm asking again and again. So I would like to give my my suggestion and message to each and everybody that we can do everything in life. Just you have to
Absolutely.
be determined. Consistency should be there, and whatever is there, like while speaking also, while writing also, you should keep on speaking, you should keep on writing whatever you feel like. One day there will be a perfect, there will be a perfection in your speaking, in your writing. Actually,
Absolutely.
many a times, like, we bother, right? We think about others, they are going to
Hmm.
think about me, or what they will, they are going to mock at me, and if I'm going to write,
Yeah.
what they will think. So these are the thinkings which disturb. Okay, if we forget everything and then we just do what our mind and heart feel, definitely we can do wonders in life. And yes,
I
I
think,
took the step.
Beena, sorry to cut you here, but whatever you're saying is the secret sauce that most of us do not understand. And like you said, you talked about clarity, you talked about consistency, you talked about following your heart. It's very simple, but it is not easy. But if
Yeah,
somebody actually follow this path, they can achieve the greatness. And as you said that you the reason you wrote the book because somewhere deep down within your heart you had a pain that I
yeah,
want to express myself, right? And I can
yeah,
resonate with you because I have gone through the similar types of experiences that you have gone through in your life. And I think that is the best response. The best response is not that, okay, I can do it, I can show it to you, but I can do it and then show it. So I mean,
yes,
congratulations. So now you actually answered my second question because I just wanted to understand the reason behind writing the book, and then you also talked about how did you do it. Congratulations. Before going deep into the book, the concepts of the book, I would like to go ahead and take a shout out for some amazing people who have joined with us, and some of are our SAG family members. So I would like to just go ahead and say thank you so much for joining the Life Indeed podcast. And Helen Pack and the people from Australia, people from Pakistan. That's the beauty of Life Indeed podcast because from LinkedIn, many people join from all across the world. So that makes it more amazing. That makes it more diverse. So Helen Peck is saying, I have dyslexia, which has caused yes of what is wrong to start writing a book. And based in the journey, if what does this dyslexia mean with each journey of your life, I'll still writing. Thank you. And I just want to say thank you, Helen, for sharing this. See, if it doesn't really matter what experiences are you going through in your life, let's say, and this is one of the big reasons for you to express. If you have gone through a certain experience and if you have overcome that setback, probably you can express this in terms of writing, in terms of speaking, in terms of video making. So I personally feel that you should not stop writing, and in case if you want to write a book, of course contact Beena Roy, who has already done that, who has already achieved that feat. And another amazing, energetic person, very helpful, Charu Yadav, who is here with us from SAG family. Thank you so much, Charu, for joining us. And it's really, encouraging for you to be here and supporting us. So thanks a lot. So, Bina, I would like to move on to the content of the book. So, of course, you have beautifully answered like why did you write the book, how did you do it, and it was once a dream, and you have turned this into reality. So, amazing job, congratulations! And I think all of the people who are watching us should congratulate Bina Roy on the chat window if you are with us. And of course this podcast will be watched by people in the past, in the future, you know what I'm saying, in the future. And whosoever would be revisiting this podcast would be able to watch these discussions, and of course they would be able to go ahead and learn from your book. And Helen is saying thank you both. Appreciate, Helen. So, Bina, I would like to jump into another question, which is the third question of related to your book. Can you share some of the things like what you have mentioned in the book? What is the theme of the book? Because of course we know about the title, and it is very attracting, but we would like to know, audience would like to know what it is there in your book.
Yeah, my book is basically based on the name itself, The Gleaming Darkness. Okay, and the subtitle is You Can Find the Ray of Light in the Darkness.
Mm-hmm.
That means, like, I have met different characters. One of my stories are also there in the book, and I met
Mm-hmm.
different characters who have been struggling and then they have, achieved one level. So I was
Mm-hmm.
highly impressed and I can relate with their stories. So in the
Mm-hmm.
story, it is basically about, like, whenever you are in the dark room, okay, whenever no like what I felt in my life, that nobody motivated me. Along with that, there
Mm-hmm.
are many characters who suffered a
Mm-hmm.
lot.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody were there with them. They were all alone, struggling, fighting, but still they never lose their hope. That is the thing. Like, if you are alone, if you feel that you are in the dark room, what will you do? Will you
Mm-hmm.
cry, or will you do
Mm-hmm.
something bad for yourself? Instead of doing
That's a
that, you
choice.
can do something wonder. Okay, do something wonder in your life. And
Mm-hmm.
one more thing I would like to suggest, that sometimes what happens, your friends, like, maybe you are introvert, nobody is talking to you, your friends are not talking to you, you are standing here and they are gossiping there. So I would like to tell each and everybody that it's okay, don't go there, you be alone. Because just think positively, that when you are alone, what are the things you can do? You
You
have
can do.
got some time. Okay,
True.
you have got some time. Think yourself that you are the luckiest person, and during that time, do something great. Read, improvise yourself, invest in yourself, do something extraordinary. Automatically, the people who have
This is
hated you,
inspirational.
those who have hated you will love you. And I can feel right now, because
Mm-hmm.
I'm having still now, like, I have many friends, but there are few friends, they never used to talk to me. Only they used to,
Hmm.
say me bad things. So this is not good, Bina, you are not good. But now they are messaging me, they are congratulating me.
That's a
So
sign of success.
work in silence. Yeah, just work in silence and prove the world. Because your success, if you are doing something great in life, it will be, it will be shown by yourself only. So just do best.
Amazing.
Uh, just don't be in all those gossip. Just don't think that you are alone. Utilize your time. You can do wonder. And one more thing, that is, whatever the resources you have, don't cry, I don't have this, I don't have that. Whatever the resources you have, utilize that. See, the secret I would like to express right now, that I'm making videos. And some people are saying me that, do you use mic, do you use a good
They talk
tripod,
about
or
equipment.
good,
Focus
yeah,
more
all the
quality on
equipments.
quality.
Yeah, yeah. But I told them, no, I use only my phone. It is of 10,000 rupees. I don't use iPhone, nothing. I have my phone. This is 10,000 rupees phone. From there only, I make videos and I
Hmm.
post. Nothing else. I don't use anything, because right now I don't have anything. I will buy later, but that time I was thinking that, no, it's a high time that I should share my experiences. I should speak. I
Hmm.
don't like, I should not bother how I am speaking. But I
Hmm.
believe is that, and one should keep in their mind that whatever keep sharing, keep expressing. If you are not good in
Agree.
English, definitely one day you will become. So don't
Great. Thank
just
you so much, Bina.
try. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry to interrupt you here, but
I'm just
me
carried away.
including the audience. No, it's absolutely
Yeah.
fine. It's absolutely fine when your emotions start pouring out. You actually lose a track of the thoughts, and it is absolutely
Yeah.
fine. And I did not stop you because I was loving it. Honestly, I was loving it because, including myself, a lot of people around us should listen to this because you have come
Yeah.
from a place to this place. It has been a very, very amazing and transformative journey, and people should learn about this, and they will definitely be encouraged. I would like to take you back to my questions that I actually asked regarding your book. Uh, so you started with definitely with like gleaming darkness. It's a very good subject, and you start sharing that there are people who are alone, right? They are
Yeah,
completely shattered. They don't have
mm,
support, and they feel as if there's nobody to support. And I was also the person of the same type some time
yeah,
back. You in this situation, you feel that there is no one to support you. Maybe your family is with you, but your friends are not with you. Okay. You start realizing that you're not able to make friends. Maybe you're trying, but they're not becoming friends with you because of certain reasons, because of inferiority complex, or because
yes,
of that miserable situation. And it is very easy to fall a trap into negative thoughts and become negative about, like, there's nobody with me, so I should start thinking of negative about myself. I am weak within, I'm inferior from within. But another, the flip side to this, as you rightly mentioned, that if you're alone, it's, see this as an
yeah,
opportunity to grow big in life, to invest within yourself, to love yourself, to date yourself, and do all in the silence, and let your work be the marketing part of, to everybody who's once believed that you cannot do it. So I'm really glad to see that transformation. All I want to know now is, talk about some of the content of the books. Have you mentioned about any story? Of course you would definitely have mentioned about your story, but anything, any gist from the book? Do you have the hard copy right now that you can show to the
I have
audience?
the hard copy, and like there are five stories, different characters.
And I
Okay,
would like you to wave that book to the audience at the end of this podcast if you have the hard copy, because I would want them to see and have
hard copy
that
right now.
experience of the book.
Yeah, I have ordered it, but I
Okay,
didn't
no problem.
receive.
No issues at all.
Yeah,
I was just asking if you have it one, because of course when you publish a book, it takes some time, some amount of time to,
amen.
order the hard copies and make it available for everyone to order. I completely understand
Yeah.
that. It's okay. So just talk about some of the content, any story that you can share with the audience and add value.
Yeah, definitely. There are five stories, and these five characters, they have really suffered a lot. And
Mm-hmm.
when you will read, you will understand that they have gone through different phases of their life. Each
Mm-hmm.
story is different, but
Mm-hmm.
at the end, you will realize that they have achieved after struggling in their life.
Mm-hmm.
In my first story, I talked about one of my friends, that is Om Prakash. Om
Mm-hmm.
Prakash Shah. He used to repair cycle. Okay, he
Oh.
used to repair. Yeah, he used to repair cycle. And when I met him in college, his dress, his attire was not up to the mark. He always used to stare at me, and I used to think, why this guy is staring at me? I don't understand. So
Mm.
one day I asked him, why you look at me
Mm.
like this? Then he told me that I want to learn English. I want to
Oh.
learn English. So I told that, so why you stare at me then? Okay, the way you speak, I just try to copy that. So at
Mm.
that time, like, figured in my mind that there are people who are suffering, who are struggling, still they are so strong, and they always find
Mm.
opportunities in their life to learn. And trust me, that boy, he's my friend right now.
Mm. Mm.
He's still suffering in his life because there are family problems. His
Mm.
brother died, his father also died, and his relatives are not still
Oh.
supporting. But he has reached one level. He's a professor now,
Wow.
and the way he speaks English, the way he writes, oh my God, I literally, I'm just fan of him. And I feel like that, like and another important thing is he's from Hindi medium. He always used
Hmm.
to speak.
मेरा भाई होगा वो.
He's from, yeah, he's from Hindi medium. And I can't believe that from Hindi medium, a student can transform his life and become an English professor.
Hmm.
My God. So when you
So I
will
think
read
it's
the story, you will
see, the
understand.
best part
Yeah.
of this story, Rina, is most of us, when we write the books, we tend to discuss and share the stories about the people who are massively successful. Like, People like Elon Musk, people like Barack Obama, or maybe Narendra Modi, or any of such sort. People love to share these kind of a story. But you have taken a different path together, and you have done a more amazing job by sharing a story about someone who have come from a very humble background, and start was very miserable, and something which
Yeah.
was at one point in time looking impossible to achieve, and he has turned that weakness is into one of his strength, and now he is an English professor. And you have given, look at your greatness, you have given the place to him in your book, and it means a lot to that person, and I'm sure he would have been very proud of you.
Yeah. Yes.
So did he know about it, that you have mentioned about? Did you discuss about
Yeah, yeah.
about this
Yes,
part,
yes.
that you are going to
He
mention him
knows
in
about
your
it.
book?
Yeah, he
Okay.
knows about it. He's very happy, and I promised him that I'm going to give you the hard copy. I'll send you. Actually, he really helped me also. Many a times I was having doubt in grammar, so he helped me.
Hmm.
Although I belong, like I studied from an English medium, he studied from Hindi medium, but his grammar
Hmm.
is much better than me. And it is
Yeah.
just because, yeah, like I'm frankly saying, it is just because of his hard work. He never
Hmm.
used to go, like he never used to go for tuition and all. He always used to, borrow books. And
Hmm.
so deeply he used to study alone, because his father also used to repair cycle, and he used to help him. And just
Hmm.
because he got very good marks in class 12, and for that he got the scholarship and got a good opportunity in that
Hmm.
particular Siliguri college.
Hmm.
So I was just astonished, I was just surprised that if these kind of people can do wonders in life, so there are so many
Hmm.
people who are getting everything, still they are not doing it.
And I think those kind of people must read your book, order your book, and make sure you provide me the link of your book, the Amazon link, so that we can put
Yeah.
that link below this video when we will publish this video, so that anybody who would love to revisit and watch our discussion, they can always order the book from this. Okay, so make sure you provide that
Yes. Yeah.
link so that people can order that book, because I personally can resonate that from that person being a cycle repairer to a professor, right? I also come from a very small, a very humble background from a small town of UP, and I started learning A B C D from sixth standard until 12th. In fact,
Yes.
graduation, it was all Hindi medium. It was not English at all. So I can
Yeah.
resonate. I can imagine the level of pain that he must have gone through, and the transformation that he has done. So I mean, and hats off to you for mentioning his story instead of mentioning any big name. You have mentioned his story, and I'm sure that other four people you have mentioned would be of similar sort. Would you like to talk something about it?
Yeah, like one story I have added, and they are couple, and
Mm-hmm.
like you can say father and mother figure.
Mm-hmm.
While coming back to Varanasi, I
Mm-hmm.
went to a place, and it was like one of my friends, you can consider, because we were traveling, totally tired. So it was in Darbhanga, okay, in Darbhanga.
Mm-hmm.
So I called him, one of my friends. I called him that should I proceed further or not? Should I continue my journey further or not? He said, no, you stay in my house. So as soon as I went
Mm-hmm.
in his house, and I met two couple, that is his father and his mother. They were dumb and deaf. Okay, they were deaf and dumb, and
Okay,
yeah, literally, maybe I mispronounced, deaf and dumb, and they were
it's okay.
just behaving so well. They were communicating so well, and their children are now in a good position. When I
Mm.
asked him, I was also using the sign language to talk to his mother and father. They were
Okay.
so humble, they were so polite. And when I
Mm-hmm.
come to know about their stories, like they have
Mm.
struggled a lot. Even the village people used to hate them. They used to say that, "तुम तो
Mm.
गूंगे के बेटे हो,
गूंगे
बहरे के
बहरे हो।
बेटे हो, okay." And one very emotional thing which really touched my heart, that she was, using sign language and saying me, and she was crying also literally. His
Mm.
son was, narrating whatever she was telling, that uh,
Mm.
when they were just a child, okay, she used to always, shake her hand, clap her hand, just to know that whether my child is able to respond or not. So
Hmm.
that really touched my heart. And see, these two
That's very
couple,
emotional.
oh my God, they
Hmm.
have, did a great job to grow their children, and their children are well enough. They are doing government job. Okay, they
Oh,
just, his father was just a farmer, nothing else. But just because of their hard work, and they were just deaf and dumb. Just look at them, that with all these, these abilities, they have, turned their children, uh, and they are in a good position. Like, I was
wow.
overwhelmed, I was so happy, and
It you
it
know what?
really touched my
I
heart.
can
Yeah.
I can imagine the level of level of emotional rush that everybody must be feeling right now, and all of you people who are listening to this, and just imagine that your parents, that their parents were deaf and dumb, and they would have not been able to speak, hear. How did they bring their child? So it's just unimaginable, unprecedented. And
Yeah.
and that part when you talked about Rina, that they, because they were deaf and dumb, so they thought that कहीं उनका बच्चा भी तो ऐसा नहीं है. So those
Yeah.
emotions, clappings, I mean, that's like, I have sudden adrenaline rush within
Means
myself.
I cannot
And
forget
it's like,
them. I still, yeah, I still
it's
remember them.
amazing.
And throughout the journey, I was just crying, looking, remembering them, because the
Mm.
way they were treating me, I cannot forget the love which they have given me for that
And I
few
think
hours. Yeah.
these kind of people are less loved by the society, because generally the treatment towards them from the society is not as up to the mark. Generally what
Yeah.
happens is that, if you're deformat, if you're blind, if you're deaf, if you're dumb, then this is something which is abnormal for the society. But instead of
Yes.
giving love to these kind of people treat them with differently, and that's what makes them more inferior, more makes them feel weak within, and which is not a right treatment altogether. But I mean, amazing journey. If somebody of that type, that inability, can bring up a child, and the child start working in a government sector and then well-to-do family, I mean, there cannot be a greater story than this, to be honest. And I think
Yeah.
if you have mentioned this in your book, and I'm telling you, this, your book is going to inspire millions of the people, and I want to congratulate you, and I want to wish you all the luck. And you must talk about these stories. I think these stories are more stronger than the title, because people would not know until you don't share about this. And I think this, on this platform, you have come and shared, and it
Yeah.
it, it makes me feel that as soon as your book is available, I'm going to order as a first. That is for sure. That's my promise to you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
And it is really lovely. Now, Meena, you spoke about your book, the reason you published it, how did you do it, whom did you take the help, and what is the content of the book? Two amazing stories that you have shared with us. Now, I would like to know, because you said you did IELTS as well, and which is not very easy for most of the people, because there are some people in my family, and they come to me and Tausif, how can I do the IELTS? I say that, oh, I'm not an IELTS expert, but you can do it. I can give you the contact, right? And so, how did you? What actually prompted you to do the IELTS, and how are you helping people now? If somebody wants to do the IELTS, how can you guide them right now? What suggestions would you give to them? So, I think it's an amalgamation of two, three questions, but I would like to hear you from.
Yeah. So, what I would like to say is, it is all about English, okay? And
Hmm.
when you go to different countries, so there you
Hmm.
should learn how they talk, how they speak, how they write. So IELTS is all about that
Hmm.
only. Like, you have to clarify, you have to pass the exam, and then you will get the opportunity to go to that particular country. So
Hmm.
basically, it is all about English. You have to read books, many books, and watch BBC News. Keep on sharing
Hmm.
your thoughts, because in speaking test also they will be asking you general questions. Okay, like
Hmm.
what you like, what you don't like. It is not that you will simply say in one word. You should know how to organize the thought and then express. in writing also,
Hmm.
we generally write letters. Like we
Hmm.
Indians, we write letters in one pattern
True.
which we have, done in schools, right? But their pattern is little different. They have
Hmm.
paraphrasing, then
Hmm.
body para one, body para two. So they are a systematic way of writing. Otherwise, it is not very different. It is similar only. You have to read books. You have to listen to podcast, BBC News, even uh, foreign language, the
So I
accent.
think it
You
is
are,
very much country specific. Like if you want to go to Canada, you put yourself into everything which is Canadian, like the language, the news, and everything. And if you want to
yeah,
go to Britain, then of course
yeah,
you need to watch
basically
BBC.
those
Yeah,
accent. Yeah,
those
British
accents.
accent, American accent. You have to listen to them very carefully because the way they speak, we Indians are unable to understand. So you have to keep
Hmm.
on listening, keep on practicing the questions. See, it is all about reading, writing, speaking, and listening. The more you
And that's what I
speak, the more
actually
you
that's what
listen.
that's what we in
Yes,
fact believe into. Like it is not about the speaking because everybody chase speaking is an output, but
yes,
what is the input?
yeah,
Input is reading, writing, listening, observing, thinking. Those are the inputs. If your input is strong, your output will automatically be qualitative, right? So I think, yeah.
yes.
So how are you helping people now? You were telling me yesterday that you're helping the people to crack the IELTS as well. So because there
Yeah,
are many
right
people in
now.
my network, and I would guide you towards you.
Yeah. So right now I'm helping them, like taking online classes and
Hmm.
teaching them, and even I'm working in my this British portal that is of UFavor. In UFavor
Hmm.
only, I'm teaching the students whatever whoever I'm getting it, and along with that, I train them separately.
Okay.
Because while training, even I learned when the concept came in my mind about IELTS, it is all about English. So one of my favorite teacher, or you can say mentor, Miss Amita Singh, she advised me that already you are an English teacher, so you
Hmm.
should learn IELTS. When you will learn, you will get different concepts because whatever we know so far about English, how to write paragraphs and all, letters and all, how to listen and then do the things, it is different. It is totally
Hmm.
different. Although it is
Hmm.
English, but their patterns are totally different, and I learned something new. And yes,
Hmm.
from UFavor portal only, I'm teaching a few people, few students. And
Okay.
yes, further also, I will be taking classes to crack IELTS. And those who really need help, they contact me. I really help them. Uh, I always share my concepts. Along with that, I always motivate them that these are the things you should learn. These
Great.
are the things by applying in your life, you can really crack IELTS.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Beena, for answering this. I think it will make uh, a lot of people's life easy because I receive a lot of questions on Instagram regarding how they can crack IELTS because most of the people are very ambitious and looking forward to move out of country and work and do business with and settle in different countries, but their English is the roadblock. So most of the people are actually looking forward to complete this. So if anybody would come to me, contact me regarding this, I will guide them towards you. So you can definitely guide them regarding IELTS. Vishakha is one of our esteemed audience and a friend and a family. She has been recently married to an amazing individual. So congratulations to you, Vishakha. Life Indeed community and the guest and the speakers all want to congratulate you. You have recently been married. Wish you all the luck for the future and starting a new inning altogether. I'm sure you guys are going to be happy. So thank you so much. She's saying that's such a great story, Bina, and it's really amazing that you have mentioned these success. And I think she's saying I personally feel that there's no Hindi medium and English medium. It's just about the hard work you do and how quickly you adopt the things from others. Absolutely,
Yeah,
fantastic,
absolutely.
Vishaka. Thank you so much for being here. And मतलब अच्छी लाइफ जियो शादी हो गई आपकी and there are some of the comments which are here on Facebook as well. That so there's one person who always join me. She's my Masi, and she has strongly
Okay.
supported me during my childhood because I was also very, very, inferior. Had to go through a lot of you know uh, miserable experiences. She was there with me. She always joins my podcast, and I'm very, very thankful to her. Anmol Dubey is here. He's saying that he's saying, Bina, and really feel inspired by the story you shared. Congratulations. So Anmol, make sure to order his book. And
Thank you.
Sijo Joy, heart touching story. Congrats. Bina, you have already created the fire today. There's a lot of engagement in today's podcast, and all of the amazing people. Looks like it's a reunion of the family, and a lot of us who have joined us are actually mesmerized with your stories that you have shared out of your book. And thank you so much for that. Now, in these last 10 minutes, what we do at Life Indeed podcast, we actually invite our audience. So audience is always invited. They can post, they can ask questions, contribute via their comments from the starting to the end. But these 10 minutes at the end of this 1 hour, we designate these 10 minutes for the audience to so that they can ask amazing questions, and if they want to share some feedback with us, they want to contribute via their comments, they can do that. So to all the amazing audience, this forum is now open to you. You can ask any questions from us. I will continue having conversation with Bina, but in the meantime, if you have any questions from Bina, questions with respect to how to crack IELTS, question with respect to how to improve your English communication, questions with respect to how to write a book, question with respect to how to transform yourself holistically, so you can definitely go ahead and post your questions. So Bina, we will continue having the conversations, and I think
Yeah.
Vishaka is saying such a great example is here in front of me, which is Tausif himself, who is the master of podcast now, is such a tremendous fluency in English. Vishaka, thank you
Yeah.
so much and really appreciate. And I mean, I don't even want to say thank you because you're a family and you're always there. I remember she is one of them who has supported me when I was starting initially. So I'm always thankful to these kind of people. I never leave them. And another family member is Bushra Rehan, who is from my family, and she has also joined. Insightful story. Thank you, Bina, for sharing. And I'm sure she's going to connect with you because I know her, and she's again one of the very ambitious professional, and she's going to change her career as well. So, any questions, please do drop in. So, Bina, my last question to you, and I assure you, I'm not going to ask any more questions. so,
Yeah. No
so
problem.
you have already given a lot of suggestions and advice to people. I would like to uh, request you to give one advice to people who actually come from tier 2 cities to tier 1 cities, because I was also one who came from tier not even a city, but I would say I came from a village to Delhi. So to all those people, or maybe everyone, what one advice you would like to give to those people so that they have that confidence, they have that encouragement to face the unknown and the uncertainty.
Yeah. So, first of all, I would, this is a message from me
Hmm.
to everybody that no matter whatever the situation will arise in your life, first of all, be calm, be relaxed, and think how you can overcome that situation. Don't just be panic. So this is your first duty. Don't be panic. Maybe you are not
Hmm.
having enough resources, maybe you don't have money, but
Hmm.
just be calm, relaxed, and think about the career and all. If you really want to learn English, if you want to really do something great in life, if you really want to achieve something in life, always believe in yourself. This is really a great mantra. Believe in yourself. Don't bother about anyone, because I have seen there are many people, they want to speak in English but they say the same thing, that log kya kahenge. So never think about people, because even I used to
Yeah,
hear all these things that nahi aata ye nahi aata, it's okay, nahi aata. But you believe in yourself that you will do it anyhow, and for that you should invest your time. Okay, learning new things,
great,
exploring new things. And yes, if you get time or if you get chance to take help from your mentor, or maybe there are good people around you, or you met some good people, definitely you ask help and correct yourself, learn and grow, and always be a
amazing.
student in life. Definitely you can do wonders.
So I think one of the biggest message that from the suggestion and the advice that you're giving to all the people is that don't stop yourself if you don't have resources, right?
Yeah.
And I remember one of the giant of personal development industry is Tony Robbins. I was watching
Yes.
one of his video, and he was saying that it is not the resources which are causing trouble to you, it is the
Yeah.
resourcefulness which is causing problem to you. So even if you don't have resources, how resourceful you are, how can you arrange them, how can you bring in your life, and how you can transform your journey from there. So I think it has been an amazing conversation, Bina, and people will keep posting their comments, their questions if they would have any, and do follow this. And I'm sure there must have been a lot of people who would have followed you on YouTube, who would have been watching you from your family, from your friends, of course from our SAG community, who's always there. They always provide unbeatable support to us. So I
Yes.
just want to say thank you for coming onto this podcast, because right now I don't see any questions from the audience, because there has been so many already. The engagement has been skyrocketing today because of the wisdom nuggets and the experiences that you have shared today. So once again, congratulations to you for your book. I just have 2 minutes, तो हम मौन साधना कर लेते हैं और इंतजार कर
Thank you
लेते
so
हैं अगर
much,
किसी
sir,
का कोई
for
क्वेश्चन
calling
होता है.
me. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to say
So
something?
even I would like to thank you also that you gave me this opportunity to come and share my experiences. Thank you so much. Yeah.
I mean, it's like कहने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, because we all are from one fraternity, and we need to be in highs and lows with everyone, just to make sure that whenever you're succeeding, we should congratulate you. Whenever you're falling, we should be there standing by you to support you. And this goes to everyone. This goes to me, and this goes to every family member. And there is no sir and ma'am. It's all about, we all are on a unique path, and we are crafting our own unique story. And we have to make sure that we are responsible enough to share this with the world, because there are millions of people who are actually counting upon you. And I me and my co-host Piyush, we always encourage others via this podcast to talk about your stories, to talk about your experiences, because there are millions of the people who wants to listen to you and get encouraged. And if you're holding yourself and you're not sharing your story, you're doing injustice to yourself. And I think, oh my god, there have been a lot of comments. Vishaka is saying, even I am planning to give the IELTS, IELTS again. Would definitely need your guidance, Bina. So Bina, you have a customer
Yeah.
now. He's my family member.
Sure, sure.
She's going to contact you.
Yeah.
she and I think Bina would love to guide you, Vishaka. Vishaka's brother was in Canada, and she, I think इसका भी कहीं ना कहीं प्लान होगा. आई एम श्योर, मेरी बात नहीं हुई इस बारे में, बट शी विल डेफिनेटली डू इट. Shagufta is Shagufta Irfan is saying that very nice session. Thank you so much, Shagufta, for your kind words and for the feedback, because this actually gives us a lot of energy. Vishaka is saying thank you so much, Tosi, for such a lovely words. Means a lot. No need to say thank you. And वो सलमान खान का डायलॉग है ना, दोस्ती में कोई थैंक यू और कोई सॉरी नहीं होता. एंड ये किसने लिखा है? बतौल व्यासा. आई एम सॉरी, आई वी यू एंड रेंट. I cannot understand this comment, but thank you so much for joining in. It's still thank you, Biana. We are coming to the end of this podcast today, and I just want to share
Yes.
with you. You have been very energetic, and I remember you were saying that you're nervous, but you did not look nervous at all to me. You have been very confident, flamboyant, energetic. You have shared your experience, and audience, especially the audience, was definitely on their toe to listen to you, especially those two stories. I have remembered those stories, and in some point in time, if it is required, I would love to share about those stories and about your book. So once again, congratulations to you for your publishing your book and giving the pathways to many. Shadab MD saying thanks for amazing session. Thank you so much, Shadab Bhai. Appreciate you joining in. Eric Pinto, CVO, Recreating Self. I am Eric Pinto from Mumbai. Thank you so much, Eric, for at least informing us about yourself, about your identity. Really appreciate you joining in. Now we are towards the end of podcast, but we are looking forward to have many such amazing discussions with different people from all across the world who will come and join us and share their experience. And Bina, last bit, anything that you want to say goodbye to people, say thank you who have joined, or so that we would just go
Yeah.
towards the end of the podcast.
Yeah, to the audience, I would like to say that thank you so much. giving me encouragement through your comments. And yeah, definitely, if you get chance or if you wish to go through my book, definitely sir will provide you the link. So just click below the link and definitely get the book. It will really inspire you, and just keep learning and keep growing. Along with that, help each other, because this is how we can grow in life. And Tauseef sir, thank
Wonderful.
you so much for calling me.
And I really love it. There is no need to say thank you because, as I said, that we are a family, so we have to start. We have continue supporting each other, and
Yeah.
that's what I just want to say. And thank you so much for the audience, lovely audience. And I would like to end this session now. And very soon we are going to celebrate our 50th episode. We are going to have some special guest again, yet another time. And just we want you, audience, to stay hooked because we are going to announce a very, very, I would say, we are going to revamp our podcast. We are going big. So we soon to have announced. We are going to soon announce all of the things, the whereabouts, the activities that we are going to do. So we would love to do that with the audience. Thank you so much. Gratitude from Pinto. Thank you so much for joining, and everyone. Have a great day and happy weekend to you. Once